it's Joe Mazzulla, too. He doesn't coach losing teams, right? To Golden State, where the Dubs took on the Blazers. Steph, he's been in midseason form again. He hit this and one three-pointer. Remember that there's going to be an emphasis this season on the high five foul. Bobby, do you suspect more and one threes this season?
I do. Steve Kerr said it right as soon as that rule was passed, that Stephen Curry is going to be the one player that's going to benefit the most from it. And we saw that in that first.
So is that,
right there.
Is that a foul?
That's a foul.
In that same game, did you see this? Yang Han.
It's mine. Hello, world. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Hey, listen. This is my list, okay? Big perk list. Big perks, big list of playoff heroes since 2000, okay? Since 2000. We're going to crank it off because this one of my best lists right here. Coming in at number 5. Bam! Put it up there. You remember Dwayne Wade in 2006? Before Braun, before Bosh, went out there and handed them a 40-piece plus in the NBA Finals in Game 5. The most free throw made the most made free throws in Finals history. Dwayne Wade went on to capture Finals MVP. This before Braun, this before Bosh. D Wade earned the name Flash throughout this playoff series in that Finals run. Bobby, where you at? Give me number 4.
Bam!
I didn't like the clap. No, I was part of this moment. I was part of this moment. Wendy, you was there. The truth. Paul Pierce, a brawl for it all, toe-to-toe with Braun. Went off 40-piece plus in a crucial Game 7 to send us to the Eastern Conference Finals later to go and capture my first championship. Paul Pierce, the truth, one of the greatest individual runs in Finals history. Coming in at number 3. Brian, Wendy, where you at? I need you on this one.
What a great call. One of my most memorable games. Bam!
There we go. I like that. Y'all remember Giannis? We all was there. Game 6, closeout game. Handed them people a 50-piece wing dinner. All flats, 14 rebounds, dominated, made his free throws. Giannis Antetokounmpo at this moment became a top 5 power forward of all time. This was a defining moment for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coming in at number 2. Malika, where you at, girl? I need your energy on here now.
Bam!
Don't shake that wedding ring off shaking too hard, damn it. Steph Curry, the green-eyed assassin. In Boston, in Beantown, went into Boston and handed them people 30-plus points to get his 4th championship. In my opinion, the most important championship of his career because he went on to capture his first Finals MVP. Coming in at number 1. You know what it is. Bam! The King. Game 7, 2016. Being down 3-1 on the road. 27 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists, filled up the stat sheet, and then with the monster block at the end. Cleveland, this is for you! Came back and got it done. Damn it, this is big perks, big list. And listen, I got a bonus one here. Shams, where you at? Shams, where you at? I need your energy here now. Where you at?
Warriors Nation, this one has been making serious noise across the NBA world, and it's time to talk about it. The rumors are flying, the insiders are speculating, and once again, the Golden State Warriors find themselves right in the middle of a blockbuster conversation. This time, the name attached to the buzz is Lauri Markkanen, the 7-foot sharpshooting all-star from the Utah Jazz. Now, before we get carried away imagining him stretching the floor next to Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green, an NBA insider just poured a little cold water on the whole idea. But I'll tell you right now, the way things are shaping up, even if the trade doesn't happen, it's actually a good thing for the Warriors. So let's get into it. This is Warriors Nation News. And today, we're breaking down what's real, what's hype, and why Golden State might already have everything they need to compete for another championship, with or without Lauri Markkanen. the spark behind the rumor. So here's how it started. After Golden State made a massive move at last season's trade deadline to acquire six-time All-Star Jimmy Butler, fans and analysts alike began asking the same question. Is the front office done, or do they have one more big swing left in them? With Stephen Curry still playing elite basketball at 37, Draymond Green anchoring the defense, and Butler bringing intensity and playoff toughness, the Warriors' core looks ready to fight in a stacked Western Conference. But everyone knows the Warriors are never satisfied. When there's even a glimmer of opportunity to improve, they at least pick up the phone. Enter the latest rumor. The potential pursuit of Lauri Markkanen, one of the most versatile forwards in the league. A 7-footer who can shoot, rebound, defend, and move like a wing. You can see why this one got traction fast. The Insider Report. It's complicated. According to NBA insider Jake Fischer from Bleacher Report, the reality is more complicated than fans might hope. Fischer explained that while the Warriors did have interest in Markkanen last offseason, right alongside the Sacramento Kings, it's not looking like a likely scenario now. His exact words, Golden State doesn't really seem to have the contracts and the juice to get a deal done in the post-Jimmy Butler era. And that's the key here, the post-Butler era. Once the Warriors landed Jimmy, their flexibility to pursue other max-level stars became extremely limited. Between Curry's supermax, Butler's extension, and Draymond's veteran contract, the salary cap math gets tricky. But that hasn't stopped fans from dreaming about a lineup with Curry, Butler, Draymond, and Markkanen all sharing the court. The cost would be massive. Let's be honest, Lauri Markkanen would be a dream fit in Golden State's system. His ability to stretch the floor, knock down threes, and rebound at a high level would instantly elevate the Warriors' offense. But according to Fischer, that dream comes with a serious price tag. The Jazz reportedly aren't shopping Markkanen, but they're listening. And to even get the Jazz's attention, Golden State would likely need to part with both Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski. Now let's pause there. That's not just giving up two players. That's giving up your entire future. Kuminga is 22 years old and coming off a season where he showed flashes of becoming a true two-way star. He's got the athleticism to dominate in transition and the size to bully defenders inside. Meanwhile, Podziemski has quietly developed into one of the smartest, most reliable young guards in the league, someone who understands the Warriors' system to perfection and plays with maturity beyond his years. Trading both of them for Markkanen would be a massive gamble, one that could mortgage the next 5 years of Warriors basketball. The contract problem. Then there's the financial side. Markkanen just signed a 4-year, $195.9 million contract with Utah. That's superstar money. And while he's a tremendous player, averaging nearly 24 points, 8.2 rebounds, and shooting 40% from three last season, fitting that deal under Golden State's salary structure would be almost impossible without gutting the roster. The Warriors are already brushing up against the second luxury tax apron, and adding another max contract would handcuff the team's flexibility completely. That means no mid-level exceptions, no sign-and-trade options, and no margin for injury depth. It's the kind of all-in move that either wins your ring or blows up your financial structure for half a decade. Why it's actually good news for the Warriors. But here's where it gets interesting. This might actually be great news for Golden State. Think about it. For years, the Warriors have built their dynasty around balance. Veteran leadership mixed with smart, developing talent. That's how they stayed relevant through multiple eras. Keeping guys like Kuminga and Podziemski not only protects the team's future, but also strengthens their depth for the present. In today's NBA, you don't win championships with just 3 stars anymore. You need 8 or 9 reliable players who can impact games. By keeping their young core intact, the Warriors maintain one of the deepest, most versatile rosters in the league. Stephen Curry, the timeless engine. Jimmy Butler, the two-way bulldog and leader. Draymond Green, the defensive general. Al Horford, the veteran big who spaces the floor. Jonathan Kuminga, the explosive wing entering his prime. Brandon Podziemski, the intelligent, steady shooter and playmaker. Seth Curry, the knockdown sniper off the bench. DeAnthony Melton and Gary Payton II, elite defenders with energy. That's not just a collection of players. That's a unit built to compete. And keeping it intact might be the best decision the front office could make. The Jazz's perspective. Why they're holding firm. The Utah Jazz are in no rush to deal marketing. He's the face of their rebuild and arguably their best player since Donovan Mitchell. He's under contract, happy in Utah, and thriving under Coach Hardy's system. The Jazz have also made it clear they'll only move Markkanen for a massive return. That means multiple first-round picks and young stars. It's the same strategy they used when they traded Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell for enormous hauls. So even if Golden State wanted to make the deal, Utah's asking price would likely be beyond what makes sense. The real focus? Championship chemistry. And here's what truly matters right now. Chemistry. The Warriors have something special brewing again. The addition of Jimmy Butler brought an edge back to the locker room. Players like Kuminga are motivated, Horford is embracing his mentor role, and Curry looks as focused as ever. This team doesn't need another superstar to be dangerous. They need cohesion. They need consistency. They need hunger. Remember 2022? No one picked Golden State to win that year either. The critics said they were too old, too small, too limited. But what they had and what they're building again is unity. A shared belief that the system works, that when everyone buys in, this team is still one of the smartest, toughest, and most dangerous in the NBA. Final thoughts? The right kind of patience. So let's wrap this up, Warriors Nation. The Lauri Markkanen trade rumor may sound exciting, but the reality is that Golden State doesn't need it. The front office has already made its bold move by bringing in Jimmy Butler. Now it's about building around that core, maximizing the chemistry, trusting the young guys, and keeping the foundation solid. Kuminga and Podziemski aren't just trade pieces. They're part of the bridge to the next generation of Warriors basketball. Trading them for another big name might get headlines, but it won't guarantee banners. So for once, the best move might be no move at all. Warriors Nation, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think Golden State should go all in and trade for Lauri Markkanen, or do you believe in the roster we already have, one built on balance, chemistry, and depth? Drop your opinions in the comments. Hit that like button if you're backing this team's current core, and don't forget to subscribe to Warriors Nation News for all the latest updates, trade rumors, and passionate breakdowns on everything happening in the Bay. Because one thing's clear, the Warriors are not desperate. They're deliberate. And that's exactly why they still have what it takes to climb back to the top of the NBA mountain.